elbows to retain as much length as you wish. So again, holding this hair straight out. I always like to put my layering in through the back first before I go and cut my straight line across the perimeter. This will allow me to get the maximum texture in through the interior and then establish my solid perimeter in through the back. The section that's right in front of the ear, I'm just gonna drop that out to retain a nice shape in through my perimeter. I wanna do the same thing on the other side of the head. So now I will be working with the alpha blades. Tamara has really nice hair. She has a lot of hair, but her texture is quite fine. So I wanna create a lot more movement and texture and separation in Tamara's hair. So the alpha blades will enable me to achieve a nice chunky effect on the ends of Tamara's hair. So you just want to, I'm just working on the last inch of the hair and just really breaking it up, not removing any length at this point, but just really break up that solid line. Next section, just break it up. And the section that's right behind the ears. Just want to go into your imaginary length, which is the same as your previous section. And from that point on, you want to join the layered sections that I have established in the back of this section into more of this one length piece that I have dropped out. So as you can see, once you shake that out, there's no stop and start. Everything kind of joined from working into a nice loose layer into more of a heavier shape and through the side here. So the same thing on this side. As you can see, I have finished the back of Tamara's haircut. And you can see that I have established a lot of movement in through the back, eliminating the bulkiness that's at the perimeter, but retaining a bit of chunkiness in through the perimeter here. So it allows me to get a lot more movement in through the back of the head. Now I'm gonna be working on the top part of my haircut. So I'm gonna comb everything straight down. And I will be working with the rotation approach. The rotation approach allows me to work around the head, which enables me to get a lot of movement around the top part of my haircut. At this point, I want to establish a guide for the hair on top of the head. So I wanted to create a 1 inch by 1 inch square right on the top. I will be working with my beta blades at this point. The reason why that I'm working with my beta blade, it allows me to texture and create length at the same time. So you can see here right on top of the head, okay, I have created a nice square shaped section, and this will be the guide for the top part of my haircut. So being the top part is at a length that I really like, what I'm gonna do is just break it up and create a lot of texture and just take out those little skinny bits that's at the ends of the hair. And this allowed me to retain all the length, which I have right now, to get a nice volume and through the top part of my haircut. This allowed me to get a nice disconnection from the occipital area into the length, and it would allow me to get a lot more separation and texture and throughout the interior. So taking my length here, which is from the core section of my guide, which I'm gonna drag this section back, okay, which allowed me to achieve the longest part of my top section will be my core section, which is right on top here. So dragging this hair back, keeping my fingers straight, and I'm gonna work from my guide and removing all this length with my betas. Being that Tamara's hair is quite fine, and I could actually use the beta blades to create length and texture at the same time. Now, if I was working with someone that has much thicker and denser hair, I would first choose to use a straight blade and then go back and break it up with the beta blades. So making sure that I have broken up the solid lines in my haircut. Okay. So as I drop this down, I will have a nice full crowned area working in more of a flatter back area and nice length in through the perimeter. So I'm going to continue to work in my triangular panels, okay, and taking my next section. And every section that you take, you want to incorporate a piece of your core section that's from the top, from the center, top of the head, which that's like your guide for the top part of the haircut. So dragging the section back, okay. So keeping your hands straight. And what I want to do is remove this length. And if you want to remove length with your beta blades, you want to keep it in the same place. Okay. Right now, I'm really working on removing all this length, and you can see how quickly I could do this and creating more of a broken up line even at the ends of the hair rather than using a straight blade. And so I can do this very quickly and very precisely by using the beta blades. So just going right back in. So you can see that I drag this section back, and which will enable me to have a nice full crowned area working in more of an elongated shape. Okay. So my next section here. So you want to take about 1-inch sections right across to the back of the ear. And taking really nice clean sections so you have total control of the hair. So just dragging this out and keeping this down, keeping your guide actually straight out from the head. Okay. You want to keep your blades at the same area when you want to remove length. Now, if you want to just create texture, you really don't want to keep it at the same area. You want to keep the blades moving when you want to create texture. So only when you want to eliminate length that you want to keep the blades at one spot. Okay. I'm just going back and breaking up the ends. And you can see that how nicely these blades work and removing that solid line without removing any of the length. You see that really nice, jaggy, broken up line and through the ends of the hair. Okay. So right in the back of the ear, and that's where we drop that section out. So you just want to take it right, the same section that you have dropped out, and just leave that out. And then connect this section here to the coarse section that I have first established. So just dragging this section out.